Hello team, Coach Tim here, wanting to discuss an element of power this week for our tip. And hopefully all of you got to watch Hideki Matsuyama last week absolutely destroy the 18th hole at Waialae. He played it 5 times and was 6 under par all throughout his 5 times of playing that 18th hole, including an absolutely incredible eagle during the playoff. What a great time to be able to do that, right? Well, Hideki really overpowered that hole, and there is one element or one component in his golf swing that I want to discuss with you today to hopefully try and educate you guys and have you start considering how to use that same element of power for your own golf game. And it's the vertical component. It's the verticals, the ground reaction forces that Hideki uses so well that helps him create some additional extra club head speed. So what exactly is that? You know, what are verticals? And probably the place that a simple image that I want to give to you here real quickly is that let's assume that we're all down on the coast right now here in California, somewhere down in Pebbles, somewhere down in Monterey, and we're getting ready to go fishing with one of those large nets, okay? So if I place my golf club down here for a second, I've got my big old net, I've got my net in my hands, I squat down, I start the forward motion, and then I launch my body up as I get ready to throw that net in an upward trajectory. I don't throw it out, and I certainly don't throw it down, at least if I want to try and throw it as far as I possibly can. That's a very similar element to what Hideki is doing when he uses the ground for his driver, for his golf swing, okay? And the more you press into the ground, the more that you can launch up off the ground to create more club head speed. It's a great counterbalancing sequence. As the golf club travels down, your body actually starts popping up, okay? So how can we use that piece of information when we have a golf club in our hands? And basically Hideki creates, and not necessarily Hideki, it is a little bit personalized, but the longest drivers in the world start pressing down onto the ground, right? Start their downward sequence, or at least they're somewhat down at this moment in their downswing, and their left arm is parallel to the ground. And somewhere either right around here or just prior to impact, they start to have a vertical component. Now, their head doesn't have to come up, but their lead hip definitely does. And it's that pushing sequence off the ground that can help create so much more power and speed, okay? So take a look at Hideki right now. Look at how much he uses the ground. Look at how much he is actually jumping up off the ground. And we've seen Bubba Watson do that so many times when he's out on tour. It's just an incredible element and component of power for your golf game. So if you're curious, if you're wondering if you're using this element yourself for your own game, I have a great measuring device called BodyTrack. It's a portable ground force reaction plate that we can be using right here at the club. So don't hesitate to come on in, get measured, and let's see if that's one of the places that there's a power leak in your golf swing. So good luck with that information, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys around the club here soon. Hitting bombs!